What's up, guys? You've already seen the part of the SOG axe review where I said we were going to be doing some fire videos. This one's going to be the preparation for our ultimate video where we're going to try to make a fire. So I'm going to go ahead and this one isn't really too big to burn, but I'm going to baton through it anyway. And then I'm going to attempt to baton through this and reduce it down to smaller size, easier to burn, and then I'll do some other fire prep. I'm going to start off with the Daho Survivor. I'm not sure if I've showed you guys this yet, but I know it's a small knife, but in their description of the knife they bill it as a survival knife, and one of the easier tasks the survival knife has to pull off, and my philosophy would be doing some easy woodwork to make a fire or a shelter. So I'm going to put that to the test here and see if they actually deserve to be claiming it as a survival knife or not. So let's just get to it. I brought some paper out. I was going to do a sharpness test, but this is too late now, but I'll run it through real quick. It was paper cutting sharp right before I did that. Hopefully it still is. There we go. So it is pretty sharp, just touched it up on the sharp maker. Got through that fine, and that's a nice little piece of kindling we can use. Take another chunk off here. I guess. This guy over. So this is a problem you're going to have with a small survival knife. It is going to be hard to get good batoning performance, but you will make do. This is a test of the survival knife in this whole fire making series. I'm going to try to test out products that are billed as survival tools and so on and so forth. And one of the main ones is going to be this Daho Survivor. Not a lot of publicity on this knife, but I like the thing. Well, I'm not sure I get to say I like the thing yet. We'll see after I'm done testing it. So, let's say I'm done with that for a bit. And let's move on to this bigger piece.
I point out that you're coming into a knot there, so that'll be a real challenge.
We'll go for it. Got a little bit too shallow in there on the knife. Got to pressure in from the side. Alright, yes, I'm getting through there with this knife.
Go 180 on the log. Come at it from the bottom of the knot. Or you can snap that piece out too.
Again, this is one of the problems with having a smaller survival knife. I realize that. It is part of what I want to point out in the testing. So here we go to the other side. Interesting steel on this knife. I don't remember exactly what it is. I'm going to say it's something like 7CR13 with tungsten in it, and I had never heard of that before. So it'll be interesting to do edge retention testing on it. This is very practical edge retention testing for a survival knife, in my opinion. Almost there, I suppose. Try to beat through this one. There we go. Again, that first piece of wood was a bit of easier wood. This one's pretty tough. Now, I do want to do a little more batoning so I can have some smaller pieces, and I figure I should do it on camera. So I'll do a quick edge retention test on this real quick. See how it's doing now. It's not half bad, huh? So, it is limited by its size though, so let's do some more batoning. The Gerber's Steadfast will chunk these boards up pretty quick, I suppose. Just do the edge retention test on this. And one maybe, no, there we go. That's plenty sharp. See how it does. Getting through here a couple times. Much easier that could be with a adequately sized knife. It's not even really a performance outdoor type knife, but it is excelling in my opinion. So we're chopping it up into little pieces to get it drying out more, and we'll show you guys more fire prep here in just a minute. Take another corner off this. And I'm going to start trying to take some smaller chunks off of to use at the very beginning, getting our fire started. What?
Thought you weren't going to move your hand.
Okay. Actually, we've got small pieces laying around, so I can just go right into that. Didn't baton too much with this, but we'll do test anyway. It's no good. That was my fault. There we go. Still cutting paper, still sharp, doing well. Go back to the Survivor real quick. I'm going to pick up some of these smaller chips and feather them out some. So, I don't know how close we'll be able to get you guys in on that. Not sure how well I'll be able to do with this wood and with gloves on, but let's give it a shot. The idea of what I'm doing is to try to get these little feathers here out to increase the surface area of the wood. It is proving to be a bit difficult, but we'll endure. This fire is going to be started by Striker, so you'll see all that when the video comes. I'm going to lay these pieces that I've just cut out in the sun to dry. Probably next weekend I'll make the video itself. And so I'll be doing stuff like this to smaller pieces, bigger pieces, getting them really optimized to burn as well as possible. So that was a pretty poorly done job. You can see that there.
Quit moving. There.
Yeah, I'll be doing stuff like that. I'll go for a bigger piece real quick and see if I can do a little better. There we go. It's not, I'm gonna fuck it up. So I switched over to another bigger piece. We're gonna keep doing feathering. So you guys can tell I'm not too great at the whole woodworking survivalist aspect thing. What you guys saw was actually, it's the first time I've ever batoned through anything. So I realized it would be very easy to criticize my form, how I'm doing things, and you guys are free to do that if you want. I won't tell you not to do that in the comments, and I do appreciate advice and all that, but do realize that I'm talking about products, and you know, I think even with my skill level, being just barely proficient. I think the products will speak for themselves, and things like edge retention and ability to be useful doing something like batoning. That's one of the good things about using a knife as opposed to other tools for outdoor activities, is there aren't a whole lot of complicated methods that need a lot of practice. You know, a lot of people can pick up something like batoning on their first try just by watching somebody do it on YouTube. That's what I did. And as you can see now, we've got a couple pieces laying around that are feathered out, and I'll do the rest. Sorry, this wasn't terribly interesting, the feathering part, but I'll have that done. I'll lay these pieces out to bleach, and another couple days we will have our fire making video, the Daho survival knives, and possibly other products. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this fire making stuff. We'll be doing a little bit more of it before we're done, and stay tuned for more of the same.